Hey everybody, I'm George Connolly from Scratch Golf Tips, and today we're going to be talking about short putts, more specifically that 5-foot putt range. We're going to talk about what you can do to understand those putts better, to make more, and then what you can do to practice them. The first thing that is important to understand about 5-foot putts and any other putt on the green is the relationship between speed and break. To put it simply, the faster you hit it, the more speed you put on it, the more break you are taking out of it. So more speed, less break, and then you can reverse that. So if you are dying the ball into the hole or using very little speed, you're going to be maximizing the break on that putt. So now your approach when you're stepping up to these 5-foot putts should be one of two things. Hey, I see this putt, there's a little bit of break in here and I don't want to play that break, so I'm going to hit it hard and make it, hopefully, and just take the break out of it. That's one way. Or you can say there's a little bit of break in this putt, I don't really want to hit it hard because I'm not too sure. I'm going to kind of kill this ball, have it trickle into the hole, and I'm going to play all the break that I see in this putt. Well, how do you make that decision? Well, it's heavily confidence-based. For me personally, if I have an uphill putt, I'm much more likely to try and take the break out of that putt and hit the ball a little bit firmer, because if I do hit the ball firmer, it's not going to go 7 feet past the hole and I'm going to be left with a really difficult putt back. But if I'm faced with a downhill putt and I see a lot of break in that, then I might trickle it in, play as much break as possible. So in the event that I do miss that 5-footer, I'll only have a couple inches left to tap in. Now, even if you do want to use the method of dying the ball into the hole and hitting it a little bit softer, that doesn't mean that the ball should just trickle over the edge. You still need to give it pace, just don't hit it 5 feet past the hole. But again, if you leave the ball short, it's not going to go on the hole. If you watch almost any pro hit a 5-foot putt, especially in tournament play, that ball usually hits the very back of the hole. They give those putts a lot of pace, because in their mind, they have such a high percentage to make a 5-footer, especially when you hit it hard, that if you do miss, which is very rare for them, but if you do make that miss, you're gonna have a 4 or 5-footer back, and then you're very likely to make that as well. Now, a great drill that I love doing personally, and a ton of guys out on tour love doing it as well, is made popular by Phil Mickelson, is just having your hole and then setting up 5-foot putts, just measure out 5 feet in the 4 directions of the hole. So if you're looking at the hole from a bird's eye view, you wanna have 5 putts from north, east, south, and west. Now what I do is I'll hit 5 balls from each of those from 5 feet, and I will not leave the green until I make all 20 of them in a row. This does 2 things for me. One, it's absolutely grueling, so it takes forever, and I never do it on the first try. I rarely do it on the second or third try, but what it allows me to do is I just hit a ton of putts, and that's great for this concept of the 5-foot putt. The more you hit in practice, the more confident you'll be standing over them in a round. Not only does this drill add in that component of repetition, which is so great, it also adds the element of pressure. And I'm sure we all know the feeling of pressure over a 5-foot putt, especially when you're playing a great round and you hit a great shot in and you need to make that 5-foot putt, but you just don't have that confidence. You get the confidence from the repetition, and then you get that feeling of pressure throughout the drill. Because if I've made, again, you need to make 20 of these in a row. If I've made 16 in a row and I have those last 4 putts, you feel it. You feel it over those 4 putts, and you'll only feel it if you don't allow yourself to leave the green before you sink 20 in a row. So it's a great way to simulate that pressure that you often see on the course. I'm a huge proponent of simulating pressure, whether it's in your practice on the driving range, around the greens, on the putting green. It's really important to simulate that pressure, so once it comes on the course, I'm not saying you'll get rid of pressure, but you'll be more well equipped to handle it. You should never shy away from pressure. I love pressure. It's something that makes me excited on the course, but that's only because I practice pressure so much, and you guys should also be trying to add some level of pressure in your practice as well. So that's all I have for you guys today, just a short little video on making those 5-footers. I promise you that if you really dial this in, you will see strokes off your game. It's that simple. If you're missing 5-foot putts and then you make some more 5-foot putts, you're going to get strokes off your game, lower your handicap. It's all good. If you have any questions on anything I mentioned throughout this video or anything I failed to mention, you can just comment them down below. I respond to all comments that warrant a response. You can also direct message Scratch Golf Tips on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, whatever platforms that we have linked down below. And you can also send me personally an email at scratchgolftips@mail.com. If you like the apparel that I wear in these videos, I wear John Morgan Sportswear. They are a proud partner of Scratch Golf Tips, and you can use code SGT2021 for 20% off your order. If you're looking for some new shirts, quarter zips, hoodies, hats, they got everything over there. It's incredibly high quality stuff that I love wearing on the course. I'm sure you will too. So use that code, and you can also click the link in the description, which will take you right to that coupon code when you shop. Thank you very much for tuning in, everybody. Play well and take care.